Are you there, Internet? Hola, Interneto. So hey, it's me again on my Tuesday shift. Today I'm going to talk about reading. I read all the time. I read way too much, some might say. I obsessively read. I have a huge bookshelf for one so young. I read on the internet a lot too. I read books that are free on the internet, like the ancient books, such as the Sherlock Holmes series before my best friend so kindly got it for me. So there's that one. They're all sparkly shiny. It's got the original pictures in it. And then we have my other books, Witch Books Throughout History, particularly Casual Vacancies. A book written by my second cousin called Northwest Passages. One of my favorite books is called The Secret Life of Words by Henry Jinks. It's about the history of the English language. It's super awesome. It's so funny. Like, you can't even believe how interesting it is. Like, you know, the history of the World Wall and that, and how that actually means foreign nut. It has nothing to do with walls. And the history of the word bless you, which comes from like the Old English for to bathe in blood. When someone sneezes and you bless them, you're telling them to bathe in blood. It's awesome. There's also No More to Arthur by Sir Thomas Malory. It is an excellent book. It's hilarious. I've been paraphrasing it for my dearest friend. She thinks I'm hilarious. I don't know about you guys. I think I'm hilarious too. And there are all my other books. All my stuff that I have. My favorite books. My fish. Stuffed outfit my sister got me. Makeup shelf. More books. Manga. Or the manga I've kept. Tim Hortons drink that I should have finished. That half is Tamora Pierce. This half behind here is, well, there's some George R. R. Martin. And a little bit of Pierce, it's my sister's. And Tickling Mockingbird, which I heard returning to school. All that is Brian Jacques. Or Jakes. I don't actually know how to say his last name, forgive me. And then this used to be books too before I removed all of them. They were like children's books, stuff like that. It's mostly magazines, and a puzzle is not actually a book, but you know. It is. I don't know if you can see that. If anyone wants to tell me what they think that is, they should, and you may win a prize. So those are my books. My favorite ones, you may have guessed from the fact that I have an entire shelf of them, but I love Tamora Pierce and Brian Jacques. They are two of my favorite authors. I have loved them forever. It is, in fact, thanks to Brian Jacques that I ever became interested in books in the first place. He was introduced to me by both my sister and my best friend. He tells these stories about animals in England. The main characters mostly live in this place called Redwall Abbey, and like it's about these heroes throughout time living at this place and doing good deeds no matter how small they are, which is important to me because I am very small, and that lesson was really important to me and made me feel really strong. Another of my favorites is Tamora Pierce because she focuses on female protagonists who fight their own battles, literally, not just emotional battles or custody battles, battles like swords. And she taught me that she also taught me that I could be strong and that I didn't just have to be small, I could also be a lady and classy and shit and just kill it on the battlefield and show people that I did not have to be constrained by their ideas of me. Those are my two favorites. My absolute golden favorite, like one-of-a-kind, classy lady, Megan Whalen Turner, author of the Queen's Thief series. This is the first one. The first one's called The Thief. It is about a guy who's in jail, partially because he used to brag about how such a great thief he was and how awesome he was and how badass he was, and then he like fails at stealing something and he gets thrown in jail, and the guy who assists the king takes him on a journey to steal something because he's like, well, you said you're the greatest, so prove you're the greatest. And just, yeah, kind of, it's how the journey turns out, and then the rest of the books are just like, oh my god, and just the dramatic plot twists are so awesome, and they are some of my favorites. I cannot even begin to describe to you how brilliantly she manipulates you into thinking certain things about, like, all the characters. And now the first one is first person, so that's partly how she gets to manipulate you into thinking certain things of the characters, Eugenides or Jen. The first book, I actually hated it until I finished reading it because I thought the main character was a complete douchebag who didn't deserve my respect or my attention. And by the time I finished the book, I thought he was one of the coolest people I'd ever met. Oh god, I can't even. It's just, I have a lot of feelings. So that's all I have for you today. That's it, I'm finished. I have to go off to work, so I'm leaving you here with this video. Make sure to check up with us on Twitter, and make sure that you like and subscribe this video if you care about me at all. Please, just like, subscribe, you know.